I'm very proud of you, Amma. You keep practicing this. Many people, many adults also does not know about this answer. 14 worlds are there in this universe. Universe is one. 14 worlds are there. And how many directions for the universe? Yes. 10 directions are there for this universe. Up and down. East, west, north, south, and 4 corners. And up and down. 8 directions for the world. When you fly in a flight compass, if you ever go to the cockpit, go and see, it will show you 10 directions there. Up and down also it will show you the direction there. So, this, he went to Vaikuntha Loka. It's a different plane than here, where the Lord Vishnu resides. And he saw the Vishnu and he asked, in Bhuloka, everybody is getting trouble according to their karma. Is there a solution for them to come out of that? So Lord Vishnu said, yes, there is a remedy. What is that remedy? We, in pujas, you can call pujas. But in a layman who does not understand what is puja, you can call them as a remedy. Puja is a remedy. So what is the remedy? The remedy is worship, pray to Lord Vishnu in the form of Satyanarayana. And what is that form represents for? Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa, Satchidananda Swarupa. What is the Satchidananda Swarupa? Always in blissful form is Satchidananda. When you will find yourself always in blissful? When you speak only truth. No other way around. You have to speak truth in life in order to feel happy in your heart. If you lie, even though you lie to others, but you feel guilty in your heart because I lied. Because even though others does not know you lied, but you know yourself, right? So you are cheating yourself. So lying is not an option. But yes, you can lie certain times. 4 areas, according to our Hindu scriptures, they says, yes, you can lie at 4 areas, 4 times, 4 places. Protecting women, protecting cow, protecting dharma, protecting Vedas. So again, what are the Vedas? We are not going into that. That is a different subject. But these 4 times, these are the times you can lie. But now what we are doing? We are lying in a small mundane life. Everything. Like, for your mother may ask you to eat, you may lie, oh, I'm not hungry. Right? Like a small petty things we lie in life. Does really need these lies? No. But human does this. No matter what it is, we do. So, in Kali Yuga, in order to get the blessings from our mistakes, we do mistakes. Again, at the beginning I said, don't do the same mistake again. But human does the same mistakes again and again. And that is the reason they get into trouble. So, Satchidananda Swarupa, that's Bhagavan Satyanarayana Puja in Kali Yuga, whoever performs at least once in a year. I didn't say guarantee 1 year, at least once in a year. But how you're supposed to perform at least one monthly or at least once in a year. So now you can ask, Panditji, do we need to perform this puja every month? No. But you don't need to come every month here. Temple is providing you a service, even though without your option, we will perform for you. Even without your presence, we perform this puja for you. So these pujas happens. So like that, you always, anytime you have a happy moment in the house, like a thank to God, the offering a Satyanarayana puja. See how simple this puja is. You don't need to, especially when you do these pujas in the temple, you don't need to invite 10 people. You don't need to prepare food for them. Just come and do the puja and go. Rest of the things temple will take care. So this puja, Satyanarayana puja, especially on the Ekadashi day, which is today, or Paurnima, the full moon, on these days perform Lord Satyanarayana is his favorite days, Ekadashi and full moon. And this puja, how to perform, if you see in the sheet, there are planets with the colors, names also there, and directions, gods also there. In a kalasha, where to put, there are in the beginning, 5 left side of the sheet, 5 main rulers from the Ganesha, Vishnu, Shiva, Surya, and Gauri. These are the 5 main rulers of this universe. You may call them executive committee of the universe. See, the religion is not just a rocket science. You need to bring that into our layman language. We call Vishnu, Shiva, somebody names, but they are executive committee of this universe. They are the one who's executing. Right? When Shiva connects with the Maya, that is the where he becomes a Sadashiva. Without Maya, he can't function. Maya is a Shakti. So these 5 main rulers who controls this universe, they have a different departments under them. Fire department, air department, water department, that is the word directions. East, Indra. Southeast, fire, Agni. Agni is the chairman of that direction. Under him, their subordinate gods are there. So that is the whole system. Like, we have in business school, they teach you as called org chart. మీరు అందరూ ప్రాజెక్టులు చేస్తూ ఉంటారండి. You all do the projects in the, I'm 100% sure you all know what is the org chart is, right? So org chart is very important to have a successful business. And roles and responsibilities. So their role is controlling the whole thing. Under them they have different forces. And those are the forces of grahas. And each graha comes with the 2 other forces, devatas, adhidevata and pratyadhidevata. So invite all the devatas there and then offer your salutations with devotion, with dedication. Okay, I'm doing this puja because my wife told me, I'm doing this puja because my husband told me, I'm doing this puja because my parents told me. No, this is not the way to do it. You need to feel this puja I need to do. Because why? Many people think, oh, there is no God. They are the firm believers there is a God. You know the word atheist, right? Who don't believe in God, right? They say they don't believe in God, but they are the biggest believers of the God. You know why? When they say no, when can you use the word no? When there is an existence of a yes is there, then only you can use the word no. Without yes, there is no no. Right? So you cannot say no unless there is something is there, yes. We call Rama, Krishna, Vishnu, Lakshmi, Sita, Saraswati the names. But atheists call these are supernatural powers. Not atheists, somebody who does not believe in religion, who believes in spirituality, they call supernatural powers. And atheists call, oh, I don't believe anything. At the end of their life, they are the biggest believers of this religion. Because they believe, but they pretend like they don't believe. Now, does pujas needs every day? Yes, but not like this. Every day, 5 minutes of puja at home, when you take shower early morning, before you go to school, before you go to office, Go to your puja room, where your meditation room you may call, or puja room, light a candle and pray to the God. And that prayer should be very simple. No need of asking everything to God in that 5 minutes. Thank you, God. You make me so beautiful, and you started my day today very powerful, positively. Please help me to lead today positively my life. And at night, before you go to bed, thank to God. Oh God, thank you. See you tomorrow. Hinduism teaching Thanksgiving not only once in a year, every day is a Thanksgiving. Hinduism teaching not only one day is a Mother's Day, every day is a Mother's Day. The Mother's Day is such, every day you wake up and give a tight hug to your mom and dad. That is called Mother's Day and Father's Day. Once in a year you buy an expensive gift for your parents and give them on the Mother's Day and Father's Day, and rest of the days you leave them in the old age homes. Or if your mom and dad ask you a glass of water, tell them, can't you help yourself? That is not the Mother's Day and Father's Day. This is the word Hinduism. Again, Hinduism is not just a religion. Hinduism is a way of life. When we in our Hinduism we say Namaste, what is the Namaste is? Yes? What? Okay. That's one way of saying that is the what people are wrongly interpreted for Namaste. Namaste is not just a greeting. Namaste is I'm saluting the divinity within you. And Hinduism is the only religion talks about the divinity in every human. No other religion. I don't worry about other religion. I did this lecture in the World Religion Leaders Conference also. And everybody agreed. Because they don't have that vast knowledge what we have in our Hinduism. So we need to understand this. When you go to school, if somebody say, oh, you are Hindu, yes, say, yes, I'm proud Hindu. Somebody asks you, why you wear this? What do you call? Bindi or bottu, right, in Telugu. Why do you wear? It is a symbol of Hinduism. That is what we say. Scientifically, it's, from here there is a third eye. From here to here is a halo in brain. From our forehead, here is a halo. And it was proven in 1964 in Germany. There's articles also. To cover that, you wear bindi in the center, and that bindi also nowadays they're using stickers. Especially everybody wears black stickers purposely. That's another biggest mistake they are doing. Wearing black. Black is an attraction of negativity. So now you can ask me, when you say black is negativity, why you are putting black inside? Yes or no? You get the question, right? We as a human, we come to temple, we come with lot of negativity. That negativity is taken by the God and releasing the positive vibes here. That is the reason there is a black granite deities in South India we worship. ఇప్పటివరకు మీకు కూడా తెలిసి ఉండదండి నలుపు ఎందుకు నల్లరాతితోనే విగ్రహాలు ఎందుకు ఉంటాయి అనేది. నల్లరాయికి ఉండేటువంటి ఆకర్షణ పాలరాయిలో ఉండదు. So that is the reason black we should not wear, especially when we come to temple. Outside in the lobby there is a temple etiquettes. I request you all to please read those etiquettes, the dress code, how to come, what to do in the temple, what not to do in the temple, do's and don'ts, everything is there. But we don't have time. We are running in a clock. Today also you came, you thought, okay, we will finish puja and we will go quickly. But by mistake, I started the katha, right? Now you are all thinking this Panditji will, he will tell this story for a long time. No, don't worry about it. I can finish story in 5 minutes too. But my question, my point is, I want you to understand the beauty and importance of our religion. Our religion is giving so much, but we take for granted. Don't take for granted. Respect our religion. And do the puja. Whenever you do the puja with God lovingly, don't do the puja with God fearing. Most of our, not only Indian, human mentality does pujas with God fearing. If I tell you in your charts, Shani is bothering you, is going to give you some hardship in your life, you will spend $1,000 to clear that hardship. But if I ask you, please pay for our sandwich seva $200, you will think twice. This is a human mentality. Yes or no? We can spend, yes, Amma. I want you to, yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. That's the word. See, that is the word. The Vedas, the Hindu religion is that is the word it proving. Hinduism is so old. Science just started. So, whatever our Hinduism is not just a religion, is a way of life. In Hinduism, they used to say, in olden days, you can ask your parents, in India, when they come out from the street, elders used to ask, go and wash your feet. Right? Your parents ask you here in US? No, we don't do that. Right? In olden days, also people making fun of these parents. Oh, you are so orthodox. You are asking us to wash your hands and feet 10 times a day. They believed after COVID. In Corona, what did you do? Olden days, everything connects with the religion. Today, everything connects with the science. Those days also science was there, but nobody wants to listen the science, so they connected with the God. Everything is science. NASA started what? Maybe 100, 200 years ago? Less than 200 years ago? Right? NASA predicts today there is an eclipse. But this about the eclipse predictions were there thousands of years back in our books. In our calendar, Vedic calendar who prepare, they predict without the NASA. How can they predict? It's a Vedic mathematics. If you know the Vedic mathematics, no other mathematics you need. Because Vedic mathematics is that so strong. But only thing is we don't understand the value our own thing, and we run for others. We value others' property more than our own property. That comes with the jealous. Yes, go ahead. Yes. There is no I don't even believe in superstition. I don't even tell you to believe without making sense. It has to make sense whatever you believe. You understand? Whatever you do, it has to make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, I don't follow. So I don't even recommend you to follow that. In nowadays, if you open a TV channel, they tell you, oh, do this puja. Otherwise, nowadays, Facebook also, if you share this, if you don't share 25 people, you get into trouble. That is a superstitious nonsense. Don't even do that. God is not here to punish you. God is here to teach you. So, the first chapter talks about what are the planets and how to do invite and all those. Second chapter talks about a woodcutter and Brahmin priest, and who does this puja with faith in God. So what is the morality of the story of the second chapter is faith. You need to have a faith whatever you do in life. You have to trust yourself before you trust others. Without faith, without trust, you can't do anything. Right? So you have to trust. Faith. This poor, one old Brahmin priest was suffering with poverty, and he was feeling sad. So God came to him. You may ask, oh really God will come to us? Yes, God will come to you. Definitely God will come to you if you really, that pure-heartedly, if you feel sorry for your karmas, your actions. But do we feel that pure-hearted sorry? No. Our sorry comes from our mouth only for sound, but not from the heart. So when you really apologize to someone from heart, they can tell you whether you are really apologizing or you are apologizing for formality. That all happens with you also. Sometimes, oh, sorry, ఏదో ఒక సారీ చెప్పడం వేరు, మనస్ఫూర్తిగా చెప్పడం వేరు. So the Brahmin priest suffering, and he was sad, so God came to him and he initiated this puja to him, and he did this puja. From then onwards he started his life with happiness and peace and prosperity, and slowly he gained the wealth. Does pujas will give you wealth? Yes, pujas will give you wealth. But what is the wealth? What is the definition of wealth? Happiness, prosperity. Prosperity is important than wealth. You may have a wealth, but you may not be able to live in prosperous life. What is the difference between wealth and prosperity? Many people think both are the same, but not true. Same thing like wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom are two different things. Wisdom is something that knowledge where to use and how to use. That is wisdom. That comes from the elders, from teachers, from gurus, from your own experience. Knowledge comes from the books. That is the reason there is a saying, bookish knowledge. Especially, here you talk to somebody on the phone, the customer service, they just talk whatever book says. They don't use their brain at all. Hey, God has given you brain. Use that brain. You made that book, but brain made by God. Sharper than computer. Believe me. Sharper than computer. You think computer is, you punch one button, you are getting AI today? Olden days, Pandits used to memorize not thousands, hundreds of thousands chantings and mantras in their memory. How they did feed? That you can do too. Only thing you need concentration. And that is what is prosperity is. Having a good education is a prosperity. So, prosperous life is better than a wealthier life. Am I wrong? Yes. No. Avuna kada cheppandi. You may have $1 million in your bank account, but you can't eat rice, you can't eat good food because of high cholesterol, carbohydrates. What is the benefit of that $1 million in the bank? Come on. Again, that $1 million you don't want to give it to temple. You don't want to write even $10 check. That is greedy. See, all karmas we pay here only. This is what we call hell. There is nowhere hell and heaven. Heaven and hell is here. Hurt no one, serve everyone, love everyone. That is the fundamental of Hinduism. do we do this? No. We get jealous. Because we get jealous, వాడికుంది నాకు లేదు. So that means, you understand, right? వాడికుంది నాకు లేదనే మాట. So that is called jealous. Don't be jealous about his success, others' success. Satisfy yourself with your success. Accept what God has given you instead of expecting more. Then you will have a prosperous life. And that comes with surrendering and doing the puja with devotion and dedication, with the faith and trust. That is our second chapter teaching. At the same chapter, there is a woodcutter story also. I'm not giving again, I told you. The story is same, you all know the story. I'm trying to give you the gist of the story, how to understand and how to interpret that story into our own lives. What did woodcutter did? He came, he saw the puja, and he asked, what is this puja? Brahmin priest said, okay, this puja is so powerful, please you also do. And he listened to him, and he also wanted to do this puja. And whatever he sold next day, he used that money for this puja, and rest of his life he was very happy. Why? He also did with faith and devotion, not with God fearing, God loving. He did puja. So the lesson number 2 is, do the pujas with God loving, not God fearing. Somebody says, oh, if you don't do this puja, you will get into trouble. That is a nonsense. You won't get into trouble by not doing the puja. But of course, if you promise something, you have to do it. That we will learn in the 3rd and 4th chapter. So now 3rd and 4th chapter talks about a businessman who promised to do this puja and who will never fulfill his promise. You all know that story, right? So story is same story again. But how to interpret that story into our own lives? We promise many things in our life too. You may promise to your spouse, you may promise to your kids, you may promise to your parents, you may promise to your teachers. But are we fulfilling our promises? If you're not, then don't promise. Because you don't promise something you don't know whether you can fulfill or not. If you're promising, make sure you fulfill. So, this businessman who came, he for the business trading, and he saw king was doing this puja, and he asked the king, what is this puja for? So king answered, I am seeking a blessings of Lord to having a children. Now another question, by doing the puja, can we have a children? The science allows this. By doing the puja, you're not going to have a children. But doing the puja to have the children, to have the succeed in the field of children, any blockages are there, it will be neutralized. And I have done this kind of remedies for people. Believe me, I have done, and not Indians, for Westerners, I have done these remedies for people. Where in the natal chart we can see, here is the blockage. How to neutralize? There are remedies. We applied those remedies, that application, in your language to call application. We applied that remedy application over there, that mantra energy, and then they went for the procedure or they went for the conceiving the babies, and it happened. Medically, they have records, they cannot have a children, but after the puja, doctors were surprised. How did it happen? There are stories. And again, it's not just a story, it's a real stories. So, this really happens? Yes. With the blessings of the God, you will be blessed with the child. Okay, so if somebody does not have a child, that means they doesn't have a blessings of Lord? No, that's also wrong. Children will come according to your karma in the past life. Absolutely. See, this is the what we doesn't connect. We don't try to give time to understand this. Nowadays, we all want marriages in 40 minutes and 45th day divorce. 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 45th day You can give 6 hours for DJ, but you cannot give 3 hours, you cannot spare 3 hours for marriage. What kind of a society we are living in? If your kids are big enough to get married, teach them, tell them this. Hey, you need to, and bring them to me. I will convince them to have a 3 or 4 hours marriage. I guarantee you, I have done in last 30 years many of them like that. Because parents does not have that knowledge to convince them. Someone may tell you, tells us, oh, my kids went all along in their studies, in their schooling, the Chinmaya. At the time of their marriage, the same kid will tell us, oh, I want the marriage in 40 minutes. What is the benefit of going to sending the Chinmaya? The marriage, every step of the marriage is logically, scientifically, it's a proven. It's a science. But do we have time to understand that? No. So this, the philosophy of our pujas has a lot of science within them. So this businessman, he also listened the king, and he also wants to have a children because he doesn't have a children. So he said, okay, I will also do this puja if I blessed by child. The difference between king and businessman. Look at this. This is the difference. King was offering the prayers first, and he was seeking the blessings later. But businessman's character is, he's not going to give anything until he receives. That is his character. That is his nature. And it is right. It's okay. Nothing wrong. You did promise. God blessed him a child. And wife reminded him. That is the story. And what did he do? He not ignored. He postponed. This is the another morality from this story you need to learn. Don't promise something whether you don't know whether you can fulfill or not. And don't postpone good deeds whether you don't know when later you can fulfill or not. In a commercial language, settle a bad thought with post-dated check and good thought with a cash payment. I use these analogies because if I give you these analogies, it can easily you can catch into your mind. If I tell you just a story and a Sanskrit words and okay, there is another story. So listen, look at the story, how unfold the story in a reality in our life. But he postponed this puja. Amma, don't play with the akshata, okay? And don't eat. I'll tell you why I'm saying don't eat again and again, okay? Later on, ask me, I'll tell you. Because you are a child, but many adults, they eat akshata. పెద్దవాళ్ళు కూడా తెలియకుండా చేతిలో అక్షతలు ఇస్తే ఖాళీగా ఊసిపోక అక్షతలు తింటూ ఉంటారు. నోరు ఏదో ఒకటి చేయాలి కదమ్మా, మాట్లాడితే మేము తిడతాం, అందుకోసం అక్షతలు తింటూ ఉంటారు. ఇవన్నీ నేను ఎందుకు చెప్తానంటే జోక్గా తీసుకున్నా, ఎస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఐఎమ్ మేకింగ్ ఇట్ లైక్ ఎన్ అ ఫన్, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ రియాలిటీ. లేదంటే వాటితో ఆడుతూ ఉంటారు. అక్షతలతో ఆడితే వచ్చే పాపకర్మలు చాలా, అందుకోసం అక్షతలతో ఆడద్దంటాం. అలాగే కొంతమంది నువ్వులు ఏదో దానం ఎక్కువ ఇచ్చేస్తే నువ్వులు ఇంత పెద్ద పెద్ద ప్యాకెట్లు తీసుకొచ్చి గ్రహాల మీద పోసేస్తూ ఉంటారు, విగ్రహాల మీద. అసలు నువ్వులు దానం ఇచ్చే పద్ధతి ఏంటంటే నువ్వులు ఎన్ని ఇస్తే ఆ గింజకి 100 రెట్లు డబ్బులు పెట్టి ఇవ్వాలట. డబ్బులు మాత్రం $1 పెడతారు, కేజీ నువ్వులు మాత్రం పోస్తారు. Again, it is true. Whatever I am speaking, I am not exaggerating. I am speaking from the Shastras. As an order as a priest, it is true. If you are giving the sesame seeds, మనం నువ్వుల దానం ఇవ్వాలంటే చిన్న పిసర నువ్వుల దానం ఇప్పించి దాంతోపాటు బియ్యం ఇప్పిస్తామండి. ఎందుకంటే నువ్వులు వాడు తెల్లాడు కాబట్టి బియ్యం తినమని. నువ్వులు 1 కిలో ఇచ్చారంటే కిలోకి తగ్గ దక్షిణ ఇవ్వాలంటే మన దగ్గర ఉండదండి అంత. తిలా పాపం తలో పిడికడు అని చెప్పి ఒక సామెత కూడా ఉంది తెలుగులో. So that is the reason sesame connects with our karmas. So here this businessman who postponed this puja till the daughter's marriage time. Almost more than 10 years, let's say. And then the daughter got, married, and they forgot to perform this puja. That is the story there, right? And the businessman and his son-in-law, they started journey to make more money, more business. He went to other kingdom. Over there, then God got upset with him, and he said, from today, this businessman get into trouble. Here I want to tell you something. If you ever read the Satyanarayana Katha in English they say, it's written, the businessman, the God cursed this businessman. Did you ever read it before? English pustakalla untundandi. Especially when the story translates in English PDFs, it's written, God cursed this businessman. Then actually it doesn't make sense. God never cursed, right? I just told you earlier, God never cursed us. But what does God do? God punishes us. Your parents never curse you. Your parents punishes you. Why your parents punishes you? Because they love you so much. They want your well-wishing. They are the well-wishers for you. They don't get upset neighbor kids. They get upset with you only because they love you so much. God never curses. God punishes. Like how we punish our own children, they do some mistakes. Nothing wrong by punishment. And this businessman is going out of track. To bring him into track, he needs to get into trouble. Because in Kali Yuga, human won't learn until we get into trouble. In Hindi, Kabir Das ji said, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे, दुख कावो को आए. We all remember the God in bad times. Does anybody remembers the God in good times? Yes, we do, but with every condition. Every time you remember the God, you ask something. Are you remembering God without asking anything? No. Big no. Again, nothing wrong asking God. You should ask God. Who will you ask if you need something? You ask your parents, right? You don't ask neighbor's parents, right? So same thing, God is our parent. Nothing wrong, we should ask Him. But ask what you deserve for. Don't ask what you don't deserve for. And whether you deserve or not, you know better than anybody else. But what kind of desires we have? Earlier you said, Amma, earlier you said desires, right? Desires are one of the biggest problem in mankind. We have many desires, and desires are infinite. One desire finishes, second desire stands in the queue. Ask your parents, they will tell you how, when they come from India, what was their desires at that time, and today what were their desires. They come for one bedroom studio apartment, and 2-bedroom apartment, one house, 2,000 square foot house, 3,000 square foot house, one car, two garage. These are the desires. Nothing wrong. But what is wrong? When God is blessing you with 5-bedroom house, and you are giving the God only closet, that is the problem. నేను చెబుతూ ఉంటే కథ తగులుతోందా అందరికీ గుండెలకి? తగలాలనే చెబుతున్నానండి. It needs to touch your heart, whatever I'm saying. When God has given you 5-bedroom house, can't we spare 1 bedroom for the God when God has made you so much? If your family members are 4, think always you are not 4, you are 5. 5th person is invisible in your house. Who is protecting whether you are there at house or not? Oh, my house is protecting by alarm company. Nothing alarm company. That is all for records. In the temple we had a theft. We given a police case. Till today we did not find who took that. Even we have videos and cameras and everything. You need to trust God. And then, of course, you have to do all other things. I'm not saying trust God and don't do any other logistic things. The three forces has to work in life. Willpower, divine power, and your willpower, divine power, something third one I'm not remembering now. But the three forces has to work in life in order to have a successful life. So this businessman who did not perform the puja, so he got into trouble and he was kept in the jail. That is the story, you all know that. And he did not even remember the God at that time because he was arrogant. So wife and daughter at home, they were so wealthy, but in overnight all the money was gone. The thieves were stolen the money. And daughter one day she brought the prasad, and mother remembered this. Oh, we need to do this puja of Satyanarayan Bhagavan. We did not perform this puja. That is the reason we got into this trouble. And she prayed to Lord Vishnu, Lord Satyanarayan Bhagavan. Immediately, the Satyanarayana, Lord Satyanarayana, in the dream of king, and he said that he told him, release these businessmen who are kept in this jail. And they were released. But then still the businessman did not change his mentality. He thought king realized his mistake and he was releasing us. మనం ఒకసారైనా అనుకుంటాం అయ్యో భగవంతుడి దయ వల్ల అని, వాడు అది కూడా అనుకోలేదుట. ఇదంతా నా ప్రభావమే, నా తప్పు లేదు, వాడి తప్పు వాడు తెలుసుకున్నాడు. అమ్మ తినకూడదు. Okay, so this is what our human mentality. We don't realize our mistakes. We always pointing others. You are wrong, right? When you are showing one finger to you like you're wrong, 4 fingers showing to yourself. So it's easy to point others. Always before you point others, point yourself. Then you understand what is the reality in life. So this businessman did not realize, but still the blessings of the God, they were released from the jail. They started their journey. God came to them to test another test, and the test was, again he failed. What was the test? He asked this businessman, what is in your boats? I'm cutting this story very short because if I start explaining the whole logic in this, it will take you a long time. But again, we want Satyanarayana Puja, we invite 100 people at home, but story wants in 15 minutes. So that is the reason we are not able to tell the story properly anywhere. So anyway, I'm not going to keep you forever here. So the businessman lied again. Actually in his boats, filled with jewelry, gold, wealth, money, everything. But he lied. What was the lie? He said, my boats were filled with leaves and creepers. Again, do not lie. When you lie to others, you are cheating yourself. You are lying to yourself. Right? So, make it long story short, after some time they realized their mistakes, the businessman, and then the saint, who was a form of Lord Vishnu, he was sitting there, they fall on his feet and they ask his forgiveness, and then Lord asked one question to this businessman. Did I ask you to perform this puja? మీ అందరినీ భగవంతుడు వచ్చి చెప్పాడా నాకు ఈ పూజ చేయండి అని? Did God ask you to do this puja today? Why you are doing this puja? Because out of your love and devotion. Because something in your mind, you want to do it, that's okay. God never say no. But God never say offer only apples, offer only grapes, offer only 1 kilo of prasad, laddus. No. But then Panditji, why you write in the list so big list? Patram pushpam phalantoyam ye me bhaktya prayachati. Whatever you offer with devotion. But offer with your shraddha, bhakti and shakti. Shakti is very important. When God gave you enough money to buy bananas and mangoes, then don't buy just raisins. Buy everything. Of course, when you're buying in the store the grapes, it's grapes, right? When you offer, what do you say? Prasadam. Automatically, it's the name changing. That is the beauty of the God. And God, when you offer, does God eat? If He start eating, nothing will left for us. Believe me. By looking His eyes itself, He's satisfied Himself. And that becomes prasadam. And whenever you come to temple, when you take the tirtham or prasadam, how to take? This is also teaching. You all should learn. Prasad priest is giving you prasad like this. They are taking like this. That is the wrong way to accept the prasad. Always your hand. Some people take tirtham and they put it on their head. That is to drink. When you drink this tirtham, it goes into your throat and it goes into your lungs. It purifies your whole human physiology. Now, I don't know what you want to become. Are you want to become a doctor? No? Okay. But still, it's a good book to learn. There is a Hindu gods and goddesses in human physiology. There is a book by Dr. Tony Nader. Read that book. Even adults also can read what God is, what in different parts of our human physiology and what energy is there. It tells you. It's a scientifically proven book. He's a medical scientist. So, these are some things we need to learn. When we take prasad, you eat, show to your eyes first and then eat prasad. So, this businessman, when he started his journey back to home, and over there another tragedy happened. The daughters, the son-in-law's boat sunk into the water. That is what story is. Ante kada katha? Kottadem kaduga nenu cheptunnadi. Satyanarayana katha nenem kottaga cheppatle. Paata kathe. Here there is another twist. Because those days there was no there is no messengers or WhatsApp messages, only direct messages from the divine. It's called Akashavani. Ashariravani. Ashariravani means without body, only voice can be listened. Direct connection with the satellite. No towers in between. So, they heard the sound, your daughter did not took the prasad after puja. That is the reason this problem happened. Now, same story if you listen. If I tell you, or your parents tells you, if you don't eat prasad, something will bad happen to you, would you believe that? Yes, you will believe because your parents said so, right? That is what earlier I said, we are doing puja because our parents said so. Don't do that. Ask them why. And they should be able to answer you. If parents, we cannot answer that question, that means you are also need to learn. By not eating prasad, God won't punish you. But God is trying to teach you here something. Whatever you do in life, do it fully, don't leave it in between. Puja finishes with tirtham and prasadam. Then only puja finishes. If you're driving a car and you have entered into your driveway, you reach your house, unless you put the gear in parking gear, you are not stopped fully your car. You jump out of the car and what happens without putting in a parking gear? Whatever you do in life, cooking, studying, working, kitchen work, office work, school work, do it fully. I give a very easy example for understand. At night sometimes, we lazy enough to not to clean our kitchen at night. Sink is filled with dishes. Next morning when you wake up and come to the kitchen, you feel so sad by seeing those dishes in the sink. Your energy is drowned automatically. Avutunda avada? See, this is the practical examples I am giving you. That is the way you catch. At night before you go to bed, you clean your kitchen and go to bed. Early morning you wake up and you see your kitchen and you will be double the energy you will work. So same thing in life. Whatever you do fully, don't leave it in between. ఏ పని చేసినా మధ్యస్థంగా వదిలేయకండి, పనిని పూర్తిగా చేయండి అనేదే చెప్పడం. My English, I didn't study English. I'm not masters. I didn't do any masters in English. So whatever my English is, I'm communicational English. So don't try to find mistakes in my English. Try to find the gist of my English. What I'm trying to communicate with you. So whatever you do in life, do it properly, fully. Don't leave it in between. That is what the God is giving a message. When she went back home, she took the prasad, she come back. Really nothing happened. It is all maya. It's all illusion created by the God. And we are all living in illusion. So here, the 5th chapter, the 4th chapter, 3rd chapter talks about don't promise whether you don't know whether you can fulfill or not, and don't lie, and do whatever you do in life properly and fully. These are the moralities in these stories to apply into our lives. Now 5th chapter. Tunggadhwaja is a king who tired, he went for hunting in jungle. He was tired and he sat under the tree, and some cowherds were doing, you know who are the cowherds means? What is the cowherds? Yes. So they were doing this puja. They brought some prasad to king, and king dishonored the prasad because he felt they are low caste people, lower than him, and how will I eat cooked prasad by them? Here, prasad doesn't matter, low caste, high caste. In this chapter teaching us, this story is equality in humanity. Equality in humanity needs to be improved in our human mentalities. If you look at right on that wall, the Shiva Parivaram, if you look at in the Dvadasa Jyotirlinga, in the center there is a Shiva, Ganesha, Parvati, Subramanya, Kumaraswamy, and their animals. What is the message you are gaining? Everybody takes picture. Oh, it's a beautiful painting. They take picture. But what are you understanding from that picture? I'll tell you, and you say, oh my God, that much message is there in that. Bull is enemy of lion. Avuna kada? Lion eats bull. Snake and peacock are enemies. Snake and mouse are enemies. But they live in one family. This is the what Hinduism is. Difference of opinion, but in one unity. It's called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And in the eyes of the God, in the eyes of the divine, we are all equal. We are not, nobody is higher than. According to your karma, you may be wealthier than other person. You may be prosperous than other person. But we are all equal in front of the God. Because of your wealth, you may buy 10-bedroom house, but you sleep in only 1 bedroom. అవునా కాదండి? మన డబ్బుతోను మనం బంగారం కంచం కొనుక్కోగలం కానీ తినేది ఆ జానెడు పొట్టకన్నమే. In Telugu there is a poem, లక్షాధికారైన లవణమన్నమెగానే మింగు బంగారంబు మింగబోడు. You may have a wealth, but you eat only that 6 inches stomach, that much only. That nowadays that is also no carbohydrates, so only quinoa or only salads. So only less than that, only 3 inches you eat. That's true, right? And you eat and you walk. That is the normal routine nowadays. But nobody doing meditation. Connect that walking along with your meditation, you will gain more energy. Believe me, 20 minutes of meditation gives you to deal with 48 hours of strength, the mental stress. Especially nowadays, everybody needs that mental strength. So, this puja is not just only a take it only puja. This is like a blessings and energy. When we do this puja, we are not just offering. We are every offering, you are creating that energy. Planet Sun energy, planet Venus energy, planet Jupiter energy. Those energies are blessing you in the form of divine blessings. And listening this story gives you the, how we should live in our life. If you try to live in 1% after today, you will making a right progress in life. All right? So this story, whoever listen by doing this puja, whoever does this puja or watching this puja always gives you the prosperity and happiness and peace in your life, and God will bless you. It is Sri Revakande Satchanarayana Vratakadayam Pradhamadvitiya Trutiya Chaturtha Panchamodhyaya Samaptaha. Offer the akshata and the kalasham. Om. And take the akshata, unoffered akshata from the plate and keep offering on the kalasham. Om Atha Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha, Om Vishnavaya Namaha, Om Madhusudhanaya Namaha, Om Tripakramaya Namaha, Om Dokshaya Namaha, Om Naradhanaya Namaha, Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Upendraya Namaha, Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Nana Vidha Parivalamandra Pushpakshatan Samarpajami, Dhupam Aghrapajami, Deepam Darshayami, Dhupadipante Ruddhajamani Yandamarpajami, Naivedyam. If you have any prasad, unoffered fruits or any prasad, you offer it there. Om sprinkle water. Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Tatsavidurenyam Bhargo Devasthānam Prachodayātu Amrutaphalan Nivedayami. 5 times show that prasad to God. Om Pranaya Swaha Paraya Swam Janaya Swam Danaya Swam Samanaya Swam Brahmanaya Swam Jayamani Samarpayami Swaprakshalam Pado Prakshalam Kasujurdan Tambulan Samarpayami Tambul Tirunante Ruddhajamani Samarpayami. అయ్యా ఈ ఆరతి తీసుకోండి, అక్కడి నుంచి తీసుకొని కూర్చొని అందుకోవచ్చు, లేవకల్లా కూర్చొని ముందు మీరు హారతి ఇచ్చి ఆ నెక్స్ట్ వాళ్ళకి పంపించండి, వాళ్ళు అక్కడి నుంచి అలా పాస్ చేస్తారు. ఓం హిరణ్యపాత్రం మదో పూర్ణం దదాతి మదవ్యో సానీతి ఏకదా బ్రహ్మణ ఉపహరతి ఏకదై విరజమానాజుస్తేజో దదాతి సమ్రాజించ విరాజించాభిశ్రీర్యాచనో గృహే లక్ష్మీరాష్ట్రస్యామఖేతజామాసకుంసజామసి శ్రియః కాంతాయ కళ్యాణనిధజేన ధజయర్ధినాం శ్రీవేంకటనివాసాయ శ్రీనివాసాయ మంగళం. మంగళం కౌశలేంద్రాయ మహనీయ గుణాత్మనే చక్రవర్తి తనూజాయ సార్వభౌమాయ మంగళం. ఓం శ్రియః కాంతాయ కళ్యాణనిధజే నిధజయర్ధినాం శ్రీవేంకటనివాసాయ శ్రీనివాసాయ మంగళం. ఓం హిరణ్యపాత్రం మదో పూర్ణం దదాతి మదవ్యో సానీతి
विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्. महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात्. चंद्रशयामि गीतं श्रावयामि वाजंगोचयामि समस्तराजोपचार देवोपचार भक्त्योपचार मंत्रोपचार शास्त्रोपचार पूजा समर्पयामि. यस्य स्मृत्या नामक्त्या आराध्याः सन्ति देवाः आवाहितेभ्यः सर्वाभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः यथास्थानं प्रवेशयामि. Offer